Good morning students. How are you today? Good? So welcome to your science class and we are continuing with chapter number 3, that are animals. What we have learned in this chapter? What are different types of animals on their eating habits? Which are they? There are 5. Which are they? Herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, scavengers and parasites, and we have learned in details about this. Okay, so now there are different types of animals. So today what we are going to learn is the food chain. What we are going to learn? Food chain. But before starting that, what we will do? Reading parts. So on page number 42, food chain. All animals depend upon plants or other animals for their food. Food chain is the transfer of energy from one organism to another in a sequence. It is the nature's way of making sure that all the living things get food to eat. Green plants are known as producers. They make food for all the living organism. Now, example of food chain. Grass is eaten by rabbit. Rabbit is eaten by tiger. Dead tiger is eaten by vulture. There, over here, one more example is there. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is in turn is eaten by a frog. Frog is eaten by a snake. Snake is eaten by a hawk. Microorganisms like bacteria decompose dead plants and animals. There are various food chains in nature. Food chain also exists in water. Such a food chain is called an aquatic food chain. An example of aquatic food chain is given below. Aquatic plants are eaten by small aquatic animals. Small aquatic animals are eaten by small fish. Small fish are eaten by big fish. And microorganisms decompose all dead plants and animals. Now let us understand this. Okay, now we have read about food chain. So what is a food chain? That is, we have learned plants. Plants are the main food producers. Yes, plant produce their own food. So plants are the producers. They produce their own food. Now, which animals eat plants? Herbivorous animals. So herbivorous animals eat plants. Now herbivorous are eaten by whom? Either carnivorous or omnivorous. Yes, omnivorous eat both the plant or animals, and carnivorous what they eat? They eat other animals that are herbivorous. Yes. Now after carnivorous, when these animals are dead, so who feed on them? कौन खाता है उन्हें? Scavengers. Now when these scavengers are dead, so what happens? It starts getting decomposed. We have learned about the decomposers, na? Yes, they are fungi, bacteria. They are decomposers. So they decompose it. So and again after decomposers, what it gets? It gets mixed with the soil. So when a new plant is there, so it provides the nutrition to it. So that's the circle of it. It is called as food chain. So in this food chain, who are the producers? First is the producer. Who are producers? Plants. Right? Plants are producers. So plants are eaten by herbivorous animals. Which are herbivorous animals? Can you give some examples of it? Yes, like cow, goat, buffalo, horses. So these are what? Herbivorous animals. Deer, zebra, elephant. Now, these animals are eaten by what? Carnivorous animals. Which are carnivorous animals? Lion, fox, leopard, tiger. These are what? All carnivorous animals. eaten by omnivores. Which are omnivores? So either they can eat directly the produces or they can eat the herbivorous animal, which depends on plants. Now then carnivorous is eaten when they are dead. जब वो मर जाते हैं तो who eats them? Scavengers. Which are scavengers? Yes, vulture, some kind of hog, eagle, dog. Okay, and then when these animals are dead, they get decomposed. वो जब मर जाते हैं तो what they are eaten by, they are produced by decomposers. Okay, and they get mixed with the soil, and again the soil produces new plants. Okay, the soil produces new plants now. So this chain, the circle is called as food chain. Now what the circle is called as? Food chain. It is the nature's way of transferring energy from one organism to other and back to that organism. So जो चक्रा घूमता है ना, हम कहते हैं circle of life. So that is this. When it is from the circle is going around. Okay. So it is transferring one form of energy to the other. Okay. And we will learn some examples of it. Okay. So for example, grass or any small plants, you can say grass are eaten by what? You can say it is eaten by goat. A goat is eaten by a lion. Now when lion is dead, it is consumed by which? They are consumed by vulture. Now when vulture is dead, it decomposes and again back it mixes with the decomposes by what? Bacteria and fungi. So again it gets mixed with the soil. So this is one example. Other is like grass. Grass is eaten by rabbit. Rabbit is eaten by a tiger. Tiger is when it dead, it is feeded by hog. Yes, some kind of hogs they feed on this. So after that they decompose. This is one more. Or now recently you have seen in Kota locusts attack. So what was that? They are kind of a grasshopper. Belong to a category of grasshoppers. You have seen that locusts? Yes. So what they feed on? They feed on grass or the crops. Yes, na? They feed on the crops. So what they do? They eat the crop. Now these are eaten by what? Frogs. Frog eat this grasshopper or locust. And then frog is eaten by which animal? Frog is a carnivorous animal. Now frog is eaten by another big animal. So that is snake. Now snake is when it dead, it is eaten by what? Or it is eaten by eagle, hawk. Yes? Yes. After that it decomposes. So it is not compulsion that always after this herbivorous only carnivorous and then scavengers. There could be more carnivorous, like small animals are eaten by big and then big animals are eaten by more big animals. And when this more big animals are dead, they are fed by scavengers. They are fed by scavengers. So this is a life cycle. Now it is so there are different kind of life cycle in the nature. What kind of life cycle? Different types of life cycle. It is not in only the animals it is going on. Even it is in the aquatic animals also the life cycles continue. Everywhere the life cycles keeps on going because the energy is transferred from one form to other form in the form of food. In the form of food. In aquatic, there are aquatic plants which are eaten by small aquatic animals. Yes, they are then eaten by small fishes. When small fishes are eaten by big fishes, and when big fishes are eaten by big fishes like shark. Yes, and when sharks are dead, it gets settled down and it decomposes like microorganism, bacteria decomposes, and again it gives rise to new aquatic plant. So in water also the cycle goes on. So which is the food chain? this chain is the first thing is producers. Producers are always plants. Why producers are always plants? Because they can produce their own food. आप अपना खाना खुद बना सकते हो? नहीं ना? Plant can produce their own food. Yes, we have learned about this now. Plant can produce their own food with the help of air, water and sunlight. With the help of what? Air, water and sunlight. And now that plants are eaten by herbivorous animals, then carnivorous, and then scavenger, then decomposer, and then decomposes back to producers, that are plants. So this cycle is called as, this chain is called as food chain. What it is called as? Food chain. What it is called as? Food chain. Now let us do book work. Now on page number 44, practice zone 5, match the following: green plants, rabbit, aquatic food chain and bacteria. So which are the over here? Herbivorous, exist in water, microorganism and producers. So what are green plant? They are the producers. What are green plant? They are the producer. Rabbit is which animal? Herbivore. Rabbit is a herbivore. Aquatic food chain, where it happens? Exist in water. And bacteria, microorganism. So we will write here over A, B, C like that way. So first it will come B, then C, then D and then A. So you will do only this first question, not the second question. You will put a cross over here. Okay, we'll be doing this first question only. Now we will do copy work. So in your copy, after writing question number 3, you will leave one line. You will write today's date, class work and question number 4. Why are green plants known as producers? Why are green plants known as producers? Green plants are known as producers because they prepare food for all living organisms. Why they are known as producers? Because they prepare food for the living organism, for all the living organisms. So you will write this question. After this, you will leave one line and you will write question number 5. We will do question number 5. What is food chain? Give example. A chain that show how plants are eaten by animals and when animals are eaten by another animal is called food chain. So what is a food chain? Give example. Answer: a chain that shows how plants are eaten by animals and when animals are eaten by another animal is called food chain. So this is the example. Grass. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is, who eats grasshopper? Frog. Now frog is eaten by snake. Snake is then eaten by vulture, and vulture then it is decomposed by microorganism and then back again to grass. So this is a food chain. You will draw it like this way and you will write in the copy. Bye. Take care.